Welcome back to the channel. Before we get into today's content, I will ask you to please subscribe to help support the channel and help me reach my goal of 1,000 subscribers. Thanks in advance. Now let's get to today's content. Here are the 9 types of women you should not date in the Philippines. 1. She's broke. This is difficult because most females in the Philippines don't make self-sufficient funds to take care of themselves. If they did, then most of them would probably not need you. However, nothing good comes out of dating a broke woman. Unless you want to be the sole provider to give her money, give her family money, give her cousin, aunts, and nephews money, and take care of all her needs. Are you really willing to take care of someone else's entire family? It's okay. Some men do it just because it's all they have left at the end of their lives. Those men want someone 40, 50, 60 years younger than themselves. However, if you want to avoid problems, conflict, and being taken for a ride or becoming a sucker, don't date broke women. Avoid them at all cost. 2. Her family is broke. Some girls are in school or college who maybe haven't found a job yet. They may have family that has money, therefore you don't have to pay for her tuition, books, uniforms, so on and so forth because her family has money. However, most families in the Philippines are broke or come from poor environments. Everyone has heard the saying, when you date or marry a Filipina, you date or marry her whole family. However, I personally feel that statement should only apply to if you marry them. Dating them should not include taking care and providing for someone's whole family when you're not even part of the family in any official way. If she doesn't hit you up for money all the time, her family most likely will pressure her to ask you for money on a steady basis. After a while, it all adds up because to them, you are rich, even though you're far from it. That won't stop them from trying to use their daughter as a means to extort money from you. Make sure her family members have some sort of income, some kind of business, or that they are working and that you're not stuck in a situation where you have to pay for everybody. It's a big burden to bear until you run out of money and they kick you out on the curb. 3. She's a single mom. Avoid dating single moms at all costs. There are millions of women in the Philippines, and yes, it does seem like most of them are single moms due to previous relationships or marriages. Plus, finding someone in the Philippines who is attractive without a kid who's at least in their early 20s is almost impossible, especially those who will talk to you who is a foreigner. Dating a single mother in a relationship anywhere, not just in the Philippines, is not beneficial for a single man. They will always prioritize their children over you. That child or children will come first every time and will consume most of her time, leaving little to no time for you. There are also many complications and problems connected to dating single mothers. For example, the biological father can decide to try to come back into the family and they will accept him over you. Mostly because family is held in high regards here over any foreigner. Even worse is if she was married to the guy, even though she says they're separated, the fact is they are still legally married and you could be arrested and thrown in Filipino jail on charges of adultery. 4. She's married. Always make sure to find out if she is really married. Just as I said in 3, if she is married, it is against the law to even date her. Every Philippine citizen knows it's adultery to mess with a married woman. However, if you as the foreigner are not aware of her marital status, it could mean serious scenarios of extortion from the husband, demanding money so he doesn't report you and have you thrown in prison. There are cases of the families extorting money from the foreigner who wasn't aware that the Filipino was legally married to another Filipino. Make sure they are not married, check her legal full name, even if she says she's not married, never been married and has no children. Always assume they are lying. Not saying all of them are like this, but there is just too many cases, in fact, that this does happen in this country. 5. She needs a salary or allowance from you. Unless you're dating a bar girl or a holiday girlfriend or someone along those terms, do not pay them a salary or an allowance. Don't do it. Why? Why would you do this? Unless it's just for fun and you're not looking for a serious relationship. Chances are mostly if you are doing this, you are not the only one funding her lifestyle, meaning that after your vacation is over and you get on the plane to leave, she most likely has another boyfriend doing the same thing without your knowledge. She may have up to 5 different men on schedule sending her a salary or allowance, and you're just one of those numbers. You may say, not my Filipina, but unless you are around her every day living together. Can you really say you know the truth? Especially if you're in a long-distance relationship. Oh, on 6. Her family always needs money. This goes with number 2, her family is broke. They will constantly ask you for help financially. There's always some family emergency, some bill to pay, some expense they can't pay, and you are their go-to guy. It might start off as something small, but over time the requests will keep coming until they put you in a position to where you feel obligated to provide for them. All of them. Some might get lucky and the family may not ask you for money. Sometimes, on the other hand, the family might go through your Filipina girlfriend or wife, pressuring her to get you to send them money. They will even threaten her if she doesn't get you to send them money, then they will cut her off from the family, which may free you and her to provide only for your own. If she's your girlfriend, then they might even try and say you can't see our daughter unless you pay. There are cases of this happening in the Philippines as well as many horror stories. I myself have not experienced or seen this yet personally. 7. She constantly lies. She lies about almost anything. Small things and big important things. Big red flag. How can you be in a relationship with someone you can't completely trust? It makes no sense. Discard her immediately. She lies because it's part of her very nature. If she constantly hiding things from you like her phone, her social media, refuses to take pictures with you together, or be seen out in public with you, she is most likely hiding something from you like another boyfriend or multiple boyfriends she is engaged in relationships with in multiple social media accounts. Don't believe her lies and drop her immediately to pair yourself from wasted time and finance. She's not your girl, she's just your turn, meaning she's everyone's girl. 8. Tampo. If she gets mad and acts childish, gives you the silent treatment as she crosses her arms ignoring you. She screams during an argument and doesn't know how to work things out as an adult. Leave her and don't look back. You would be surprised how many grown men who have been through previous marriages and relationships will still go through putting up with someone like that. Someone who always wants to get everything her way, who is loud and combative, disrespectful, childish, selfish, and generally acts like a little child when they don't get her way, will make your life miserable. Question yourself and ask, is it really worth your peace and sanity? 9. Simple-minded, sensitive, delusional women. Avoid women who live in delusional reality, who can't take criticism on what's wrong with whatever they do. These women think they are always right and can do no wrong regardless of how dead wrong their actions are. Kevin Samuel said it best. When they can't win arguments, they fall on using sign language, which is the language of a low-valued woman. Shaming, insults, guilting, and the need to always be right. They will use this to twist an argument or paint their own narrative of where you are the bad guy. These women live in an alternate reality where they think social media is everything. They care more about what the outside world sees them as more than what you know about them. They can't handle the truth about themselves and will fight you even when you make a good point or give even friendly constructive criticism on how they could improve something about themselves, your relationship, and their behavior. Don't continue dating her, and if you already married her, God help you. These are just 9 things listed on the types of women you should avoid, not only in the Philippines but worldwide as a foreigner, expat, or traveler. Although a lot of this is common sense, you would be amazed how many foreign men fall for these females. This video is not to talk bad on or paint a negative generalization against the Philippines, but to inform foreign expats and travelers everywhere what to avoid when coming to countries where these type of women and situations occur. It's up to the viewer to use their own due diligence, common sense, and do the research on the cultures they encounter to make their own educated decisions for their own safety and well-being. Well, that's all for today. If you have anything to add, any thoughts or suggestions, or even stories to share with the channel, please write to passportnomad17@gmail.com. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. This is Passport Nomad signing off. Take care